Frosty start to the day today, but it's not going to be as windy as yesterday, so it won't feel quite as cold, although there are still some wintry showers in the forecast, and later some patchy rain coming into Northern Ireland. I'll have all the details in 10 minutes. Good morning to you too. Yes, indeed, and it's a cold start to the day once again today for many of us. These are the temperatures at the moment. Bournemouth is -4, London and Manchester -2, Edinburgh -1, Cardiff freezing, Belfast +3. That's because in Northern Ireland, Wales and the southwest, there's a bit more cloud around at the moment. But one thing you will notice today after this frosty start is it's not going to be as windy. So although temperatures are still low, it will still feel more like winter than spring. Well, we won't have that significant wind chill that Lou was referring to there. So some showers in the southwest this morning. They'll push southwards. We've also got some wintry showers across the north, some coming in across the west and the east. Most of these will tend to fade through the day. And after a sunny start and clear skies, the cloud will also build. But having said that, there will still be some bright or sunny intervals to look forward to. And in Northern Ireland, we've got thicker cloud coming in through the afternoon ahead of a weather front which will introduce some patchy rain. These are our maximum temperatures, 1 in Lerwick to 8 in London, Cardiff and Plymouth. Now as we head on through the evening and overnight, well, we've got our weather front continuing to push from the west, moving eastwards, preceded by some snow, even at lower levels across some parts of Scotland. But then milder air comes in behind it. Ahead of it, still some cloud around, some clear spells as well. But you can see quite nicely here where the cloud and the rain is, reflected in those temperatures, 5s and 6s. So it's not going to be as cold by the end of the night. Any snow will turn back to rain for most. But ahead of it, we still are going to be in that cold air. But things get a little bit milder tomorrow, and I'll tell you all about that in half an hour. Lou and Dan.
Look forward to that, Carol.
Good morning both. Good morning to you too. It is certainly a cold start to the day. Temperatures in Shap fell to below -6 degrees last night, and for many of us the temperature's still below freezing, but it's going to be less windy, so we won't have the wind chill that we had yesterday, which made it feel so bitter, but it will still feel more like winter rather than spring. Now, what's happening is the Arctic air has really moved right the way across the UK, but look at what's trying to come in from the Atlantic later on, something a little bit milder. So it's a cold start, it's a frosty start, but there's a fair bit of sunshine around. The showers in the southwest pushing away, still some wintry showers across Scotland, coming down the east coast, a few in the west. Many of those will fade. The cloud will build as we go through the day as well, so cloudier than it was yesterday. But having said that, there will still be some brighter breaks and some sunshine. Now later on in the day, that weather front coming in from the west introduces some patchy rain to Northern Ireland, and we'll start to see some milder conditions coming our way. So tonight, some clear spells. There'll be some early frost in the west before all this cloud moves in, bringing its rain across parts of Wales, Northern England and Scotland, preceded by some snow in Scotland to lower levels. We'll see some of that in the Pennines as well. So ahead of it, where we've got the clear skies, there will be some frost by the end of the night. That's more likely to be in the south and east, because as the cloud comes in, the temperature is going to rise. And you can see where we've got the cloud and rain, where we've got the 5s and the 6s, so not quite as cold for you. Now, as we head through tomorrow, low pressure will be dominating our weather. It's across the north of the country. We start to take the wind around it from more of a southwesterly direction. That's a milder direction than the north or the northwesterly that we've had. And our weather front starts to sink southwards, taking its rain with it. Again tomorrow, a fair bit of cloud around, blustery winds in the north. And behind this, we could see some snow showers on the tops of the hills. But once again, look at those temperatures back up. We're back in double figures for most, 10s and 11s, but it's not going to last because that weather front sinking south is a cold front, and you can see its passage heading southward. Still mild in the south, but we're back into that wintry northerly in the north during the course of Friday. So here we are. Here's our weather front, bringing the patchy rain with it and the cloud as it sinks south, but hanging on to the milder conditions. Behind it, there will be a fair bit of dry weather and a fair bit of sunshine as well, but you can see the wintry showers, and in the north of Scotland, some of those will be getting down to lower levels. So 6 in Aberdeen by Friday, 11 as we move down towards the southeast. As for Saturday, still a lot of dry weather around. We've got a weather front just skirting across the southeast. The positioning of this rain could well change. It could be a bit further south, it could be a bit further north. So if you've got outdoor plans on Saturday, do keep checking the weather forecast. But it'll be a cold start, there'll be some frost around, and there'll still be some wintry showers around as well. But in between, at least we'll see some sunshine. So the weather very changeable in the next few days, especially so the temperatures. Dan and Lou.
Could you change it by?
Yeah, so you could just,
no.
just organise or just bring a sort of heater around 8:30, Carol, or a kettle.
At the moment it's about -2
Is
in
it?
Manchester.
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
I think you're both brilliant doing that. Well, it is a cold start to the day. It's a frosty one as well for many of us. Temperatures have fallen as low as -4 to -6 in some parts of the country. But one thing you will notice is it's not as windy for most as it was yesterday. So we've lost that significant wind chill we had yesterday. Now, there are still some wintry showers across parts of Scotland, coming in across Northern Ireland and Wales, a few coming down the North Sea coastline, and we've got a few showers in the southwest. Most of these will move away, and through the day we'll see a bit more cloud develop. And that certainly will be the case across southern areas, maybe the odd shower in the Channel Islands, but nonetheless there will be holes in that cloud, southwest England, the Midlands, Wales, in through Cheshire, for example, Northern Ireland before the cloud builds for you, and also for Scotland. Across the north of Scotland and the Northern Isles, though, it is going to be pretty windy, gusts about 40 or 50 miles an hour. Temperature-wise, well, nothing to write home about. The temperatures at this time of year should roughly be between 10 and 13 degrees. We've got between 2 and 9 degrees, so feeling cold. Now, by the end of the afternoon, we'll be seeing some patchy rain starting to show its hand in Northern Ireland. And through the evening and overnight, that's going to push across parts of Scotland, the rest of Northern Ireland, getting in through Wales and also northwest England, depositing some snow on the Pennines and also parts of the Highlands and southern uplands. So temperatures will actually go up where we've got that in the night, but they'll remain low elsewhere with some patchy frost. But Dan and Lou, you should have held on till tomorrow to do your ice challenge, because it's not going to be as cold tomorrow as it is today.
We'll just let
Absolutely right. Good morning, everybody. Lou is right. It's a frosty start. Temperatures have fallen below freezing through the course of the night, but it's not going to be as windy for most today, except for across the far north of Scotland, where we still have gusts up to about 50 miles an hour. Now, we've still got some wintry showers across Scotland, a few skirting Northern Ireland, southwest of Wales, southwest England, a few into East Anglia. So you may well wake up to a slight dusting of snow on the ground. But as we go through the day, most of that will tend to clear away. We'll hang on to a few snow showers across the far north of Scotland, and after a bright and sunny start for many under the clear skies, well, the cloud will build through the day as well. Nonetheless, there will still be some bright spells or indeed some sunny spells. Now, the exception to that is Northern Ireland, where the cloud will thicken through the afternoon from the west, and then by the end of the afternoon, we'll be starting to see a return to some patchy rain. Temperatures, though, nothing to write home about. The average at this time of year, roughly 10 to 13 degrees north to south. Today, we've got 1 degree as the maximum temperature in Lerwick. Couple that with the strong wind as well. It's not going to feel pretty. And then as we come south, our top temperature is likely to be 7 or 8. Now, through this evening and overnight, clear skies and early frost in the west. That will be usurped by this weather front coming in from the west, introducing thicker cloud, some rain, preceded by some snow across the Highlands and also the southern uplands and the Pennines. And you can see quite clearly the mark of demarcation where we've got the cloud and the rain. Temperatures 5 or 6 degrees, so they're actually going up through the course of the night, whereas elsewhere they're going to be lower. And in the southeast, you'll have a frost first thing in the morning. So, talking of the morning, tomorrow, low pressure is still driving our weather. The air coming around it in an anti-clockwise direction means a subtle change in the wind direction to more of a southwesterly or a westerly, a milder direction for us compared to the north or northwesterly we've had. And with the weather front sinking south, it is going to introduce rain across Scotland, northern England and also Northern Ireland, with a few showers in Wales. South of that, variable amounts of cloud, some sunny skies. But look at those temperatures. We're looking at 10s quite widely, 11s and 12s, but behind this weather front, which is a cold front, it is going to turn that bit colder once again. You can see this quite nicely in the air mass chart. As the front slips south, we're still in the milder air with a hint of yellow in it, but behind it the cold air, and yes, that's snow once again, some snow showers coming in on the return to the northerly wind or the northwesterly. So here is our weather front producing the cloud and the patchy rain in the south. Behind that, some sunshine, some showers, wintry more especially on higher ground. The temperatures, look at this, fading away. 4 to 8 in the north, but still clinging on to the 11 in the south. But that will change as the weather front whips off into France. Dan and Lou.
Thank you very much, Carol. We'll see.
Cold start to the day today and also a frosty one. For many of us, we're starting on a sunny note, but the cloud will build through the day with some patchy rain arriving in the west later. The wintry showers tending to fade. I'll have all the details coming up. Good morning, everybody. Now, this morning, it is a cold start to the day, joking aside, and there is a fair bit of frost around as well. But one thing you'll notice is it's not going to be as windy as it was yesterday, so we'll lose that significant wind chill. Mind you, it's still going to feel more like winter than a spring day. So a lot of sunshine to start the day. We've got some showers flirting with Wales and the southwest of England. Some of those are wintry, they'll move away. Also some wintry showers across parts of northern Scotland, Northern Ireland, coming down the east coast into Norfolk. But again, many of those will fade through the day. But what will happen is the cloud will build. But there'll be bright skies or sunshine. For example, southwest England, parts of Wales, the Midlands, into East Anglia, around Cheshire, Cumbria, Northumberland, for example. Northern Ireland, you'll see some bright spells in the east, but in the west, the clouds going to thicken ahead of some rain. And we hang on to some wintry showers across the far north of Scotland. The very far north of Scotland will have gusty winds. So these are the temperatures, 3 in Aberdeen to 9 in London. The average at this time of the year, very roughly, is 10 to 13 north to south. So we're still below par for the time of year. Now, through this evening and overnight, some clear skies, a lot of cloud and early frost. In the west, that will go because we've got cloud coming in from the west, introducing some rain, preceded by some snow in the Highlands, southern uplands, and also the Pennines. These are our overnight lows where we've got the cloud and rain. Temperatures will be held up, but elsewhere it's going to be cold and some of us will see some frost. But it's not going to stay like this, and I'll tell you what's going to happen probably in about half an hour. Lou and Dan.
Oh, teasing us.